What's up, everybody? Uma, get the hell in there. Oh, never mind. Start recording now. All right, guys, give me 1 second. Let me just get this set up. Okay. And today, this is Heart Rate episode number 18 with your host, Ace Marsh, myself. We got 3 awesome guests today. We got Deanie Baby, we got Top Badge Uma B, and we got Lux here in the building. So we're going to have some awesome stories for you guys. Heart Rate's every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is officially featured. It was supposed to be this week. It's going to be next week, I guess. That's what I'm being told. Who knows? Could be another week after that. Whenever they get their behinds together. Anyways, we are still following featured rules here, guys, on the show. So please be respectful in the comments. For my guests, no swearing, drinking, or smoking during the event. And please keep your stories away from the violence side of things. Other than that, guys, it's Friday. This is your pre-party, your pre-show to get pumped up for the weekend, though. And I'm going to tell you one thing about this, okay? We have a fave party afterwards. We're cutting it down a little bit tonight, which I think is a little more appropriate. We're gonna squeeze the time zone. So we have a fave party starting directly after the show at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Top Badge Vinny Vin's gonna be spinning on the records for 2 hours straight. It's a fave party. You can jump in the box, hang out with me and some people while having some awesome music and getting your faves on. After Top Badge Vinny Vin, we have DJ Yaboy for another 2-hour set from 7 till 9, still running that same fave party, and then another DJ, which is DJ 007 right after that. So it is a 6-hour fave party tonight. Excuse me. It normally goes 8 hours, but we're cutting it down a bit. We're trying to get some extra time to just, faffle, if you know what I'm saying. All right, guys, let's get this show on the road. If y'all up in the building right now, can we get some hearts up in the chat? If y'all got a blast, send it a blast. If y'all got some spotlights, let's get this spotlighted. I gotta put that vape away. That is not allowed here. Thank you for the favorite, guys. Let me make sure I got all y'all favorite, especially my guests today. If I can have my 3 guests request the chat. So momentarily, guys, we are about to have our 3 guests in here. They're going to introduce themselves. This show is an adrenaline-based talk show where we have our featured guests come on the show, tell stories about their near-death experiences, wild, crazy adventures, or just any kind of, adrenaline-pumping, heart-racing situation. We've had some wild stories over the 18 episodes that we've done. I'm blessed to have y'all here. Make sure you hit my guests with a favorite. Hit my awesome admins with a favorite. We have the beautiful Pocahontas. We have Emoji J, Beard Raider. We've got Dreammaker, and we've got Deadshot. So if you see any of them guys and you want to be on the show, please hit them up in the DMs as well. And be respectful if you're jumping in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Watch yourselves. All right, but without further ado, we're going to bring in our first guest. Whoever's requesting first is going to be the first one coming in, unless someone's got a rush. But I need some hearts up in the chat, guys. Run some hearts in the chat. Let's go. All right, we're going to bring in Deanie Baby first. Okay, hi. How you doing, Deanie? 1 second. Thank you for being on the show. What's going on? How's your day?
It's been busy. I worked a brand ambassador job this morning with Tony the Tiger. So I had to rush home so that I could be here. I have parents here from out of town, so as soon as I'm done, I got to go make sure they eat before I go to my next job.
Okay, well, we'll try. I'm going to have you do your story. The second portion of the show, if you can't be here for it, that's totally fine. It's just for fun. We definitely want to hear your story. So that's you got about, take a 10-minute period right now. Before you get started, though, if we can have you just kind of tell everyone who you are, how long you've been on the app, and a little bit about what we can find when we come to your stream.
Well, okay, my name is Deanie Baby. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I've been streaming probably, off and on for the last 3 or 4 years. I got on during COVID. I was bored and discovered the app, and then discovered the live streaming. In my stream, I do a lot of music. I sing.
Okay.
I've sang since I was about 6 years old. So awesome. I think pretty much every genre. That's something that my dad instilled in me, is learn everything, So so I just stream randomly because right now, too, I haven't streamed as much as I was because of the fact that I'm working 2 jobs, and I'm in grad school getting my master's in social work so that I can either teach at a college level or else go into private practice to do therapy. So
amazing. Good for you. That's awesome. And it sounds like you got a lot on your plate. So I'm sure that maybe means that you've got a pretty heart racing, exhilarating life on its own, just to begin with, rushing from job to job, jumping on stream and keeping that running as well, amongst, everything else in your life. So thank you for taking the time to be here today. We really respect that. please hit Deanie Baby with a favorite, guys. What times did you say that we can usually catch you on?
It's pretty random. I am a judge on Top Badge Measures, the mic drop. So
Okay.
once the shows get started again, that's usually Monday nights. I also later on Monday nights help Bruce Wayne with his show on mental health awareness, and we talk about different topics related to mental health. So
Right.
usually the consistent times are for those, and I'm in different shows all the time singing. So
Fantastic. Well, that's amazing. Well, maybe we can get you to sing later, and we'll see if I can convince you or not. But guys, this is Deanie Baby. Welcome to Heart Rate with your boy Ace. I am here every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm a daily streamer as well, guys, so feel free to come check it out. We always got something exciting going on here, whether it's wee hours in the morning with some spicy chatter, or it is the middle of the day and we just here doing some battles and grinding for contests and whatnot. So it's always a vibe. Come through. I'm sure Deanie's got a pretty awesome vibe over there, especially if there's music involved. You know that's always good energy. You can't go wrong with music. So without further ado, guys, this is our first guest. Let's hear her awesome story. Take it away. The floor is yours, Deanie.
I kept thinking about what story. I've been a social worker for 25 years. I've been through a lot of stuff. But I think the most recent situation that I had is, if anyone's in here that knows me, January 2022, I got really sick with COVID pneumonia. When I got the positive test, I didn't think much of it. Just, you think you just got this sinus infection, this little thing going on. But I ended up a few days later in the hospital. When I went to the hospital, they were telling me that they were going to do everything they could, but more than likely I probably wasn't leaving, and they were offering to intubate just to make things easier. And I'm like, to die? Not going to make it easier for me to die. We're not doing that. So I was put on the heavy duty cannulas. Like, I was really, really sick. And a few days later, I don't know what anybody's faith is, but I'm a Christian, and I called my brother-in-law, who's an evangelist, and asked him to pray with me. And as he started to pray, he stopped and said, you got sick just because we live in a world with COVID. There's no reason you're sick, but there is something that's blocking the line of your healing. And I was like, okay. And he said, there's unforgiveness. Like, there's somebody you have this unforgiveness towards. And he said, start thinking about, and I said, I don't even think about, like, I knew who it was that I had been holding this bitterness with. And as soon as we prayed and I released it, I started to get better. I was on oxygen for a year and a half till last July. I was on oxygen constantly. I had a lot of the brain function stuff that I had to work through, which is why I decided to go to graduate school. One of the reasons is because it's my way of, like, fighting that back and being able to kind of just take my life back. I had a lot of muscle and joint issues. To be able to go to the grocery store and just push a grocery cart was awful. Like, I couldn't do it and would have to do the ride-on carts. Now I'm able to walk around, and, like, today I worked the job doing stuff with Tony the Tiger. So
that's amazing. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I actually was technically, I don't know how they diagnosed it, but they can't really diagnose this, but they said I had long-term COVID from having it 4 different times. It all happened to me. Not to get into a COVID chat or nothing like that, but it all happened to me after I got my shots, and I got very sick. I was sick to the point where I wasn't working for almost 2 months straight from getting it multiple times in a row. It made me wonder about my decisions in the future. That's for sure, especially with the effects that I never healed from some of it, like from how sick I was. So I can understand where you were, especially getting to the point with the pneumonia and the next levels. Like, that's crazy. How long did you say you were in the hospital for?
I was in the hospital for 11 days, and I was on 70 liters of oxygen. Like, it was to the point that to get up to go to the bathroom would set all the alarms off because my oxygen would just drop so low. And here comes everybody, and I'm like, I just want to pee. Can I just go to the bathroom? That's all I want to do. And even when they put a toilet next to my bed, just getting up out of the bed to go to the bathroom was like an alarm. Everybody come rushing in, all the doctors, all the nurses, the CNA. It was just really, it was scary. It was a very surreal time in my life. Like, I think back now and I'm like, to be in a position where you almost die, and knowing, like, this could happen at any minute. anytime I would get a little coughing spell there in the hospital, it's like, is this it? Is this, it was crazy. And then I have a 23-year-old son, and, you know, I'm all he's got as far as a parent goes. So I'm like, I can't leave him like this. Like, that was part of my push to fight. But I had already gone to HR, and, you know, so that way he knew what to do to go get my life insurance from work. And, you know,
that's scary having to go through that at such a young age, right? So
right, and to have those conversations with him, to you know, he's like, Mom, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, we have to talk about it. You have to know what to do if something happens to me. You have to, you know, he was my power of attorney. He's an adult, so he had to make hard decisions. You know, if it came down to it. So that was really something really, you know, challenging in my life. And
well, I'm sure it made you closer, right?
I'm here.
Absolutely. I commend you for that. And we're blessed that you are here with us today to be able to share this story. And I'm sure that made your bond with your child a lot more stronger because you guys went through that together, right?
Yes. He even moved home for a year so that he could help me recover.
That's amazing. And are you fully recovered since then?
For the most part. I still sometimes have some of the brain lag, the brain fog. This is like having a concussion that you almost never completely recover.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel where you come from with that. Well, I'm glad that you're good. You know, we definitely appreciate you sharing your story. I would definitely love to have you back as well. You know, on another show where you can come and hang out when we're featured. I like to have all my guests back, but thank you so much for sharing. For the meantime, I'm going to get you to jump down in the chat. We're going to bring our next guest in, guys. That was Deanie Baby. Please hit her with a favorite. She's going to come back in towards the end of the show if she's available. Unless she's got to go, just let me know. But welcome to everyone that's just coming in. I do see you guys. I won't be able to acknowledge the chat or the gifts, but thank you. Okay, Mej, hi, thank you. Mej gets a special entrance always. But yes, guys, this is Heart Rate with your boy Ace. It's every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have our 3 awesome guests today. Featured guests, Deanie Baby, Top Badge, Umabi, and we've got Lux. Some other featured show hosts as well in the building. I see you guys, so we'll definitely get a chance to throw out some shout outs for you guys, and if you want to throw it in the chat, feel free. This is the last non-featured episode of this show. We will fully be featured next week, so get excited. Hopefully that will bring a lot more view count. As y'all know, running shows on here is not easy sometimes, especially when you have certain times of the day where people are at work or, you know, not available. So the featured portion does help. So shout out to all the people that are part of the featured show program on this app and bringing content to everyone's lives. We see you. We respect you. Shout out to my top 3 gifters of the stream right now. We've got Deanie Baby, Uma B, and Lux, the 3 guests. I've never seen that before, so that's amazing. Appreciate the 3 of you ladies. This is an all-females edition, rocking and rolling with your boy Ace. Let's bring our next guest in right now. We have Top Badge, Uma B in the building. What's up, Uma? How you doing? I don't think we've ever had a chance to fully meet, so like I'm pretty excited about this. All 3 of my guests, I've never really had a chance to fully meet them. I think Lux would probably be the one I know the most just from the chats and stuff like that, but I'm excited for y'all to be here. Nice to officially meet you. And yeah, so who are you? What you doing on here? How long you been on here? Like, give us the whole rundown, Uma.
Got you. And I hit you with the fave because I love your energy and I love positive vibes, and I definitely am going to be back to visit. So, hi guys, I'm Uma B, Top Badge Uma B. I've been on the app for 3 years, and my shows are all about peace, love, light, and positive vibes. In real life, I'm the CEO of a metaphysical wellness center. So I do the things like I teach Reiki and I do tarot card readings and meditation and yoga and all that good stuff. Thank you, Mej. I'm Guyanese like Mej, you know, so we're very proud and blessed to be here to represent our culture, represent our Caribbean heritage, and then also just represent what we do in our respective lives. So yeah, I'm just, you know, I love streaming. I love making new friends, and I really cater more to the over 40 crowd. You know, it's more like a grown and sexy vibe with me over here. And we just really like to have a lot of conversations and talk about things and, you know, play games and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do.
I'm going to say, excuse me, if I like mute myself, guys, throughout the show today, I'm definitely got my allergies coming for this season. And I'm like poofed eyes. I got the nose ready to just sneeze every 5 seconds. Everything is blossoming outside here, so like I'm dying, and my allergies are horrible. So if you see me mute throughout the show, guys, that's what it is. I ain't trying to be rude. If I step off screen, just keep the show running, keep talking. There's people watching, they're here for you. So guys, please hit Top Badge Uma B with a favorite. Please hit all the awesome people you see in the chat with a favorite too, guys. There is a fave party that runs directly after this show today. It starts at 5 p.m. with Top Badge, Vinny Vin on the decks. Want a little chicka, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to run that right till 11 p.m. tonight. So stick around, get your faves on. You can box up, hang out, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that if you want. It ain't going to be featured, so we can have some fun. And it's Friday night. So y'all, if you're in the building, put some hearts in the chat for Uma B. If y'all ready to hear her tell her heart exhilarating, racing, adrenaline pumping situation or a scenario or story. I don't know. You take the floor. It's my turn.
Yeah,
it's not my turn. It's your turn. It's your turn.
I got you. I got so many stories, but I wanted to go with my near-death experience that happened in 2020 because it really like just changed my life, and actually it brought me to a space where I was able to come onto streams. So in January 2020, I had to have a surgery for a health condition that I've been having for a long time, over 20 years. And so they were doing a removal on me for this health condition. And the surgery went like horribly wrong. You know, I nearly died in the surgery itself. And the thing was that it was further complicated because this was at the time of COVID, but nobody knew what COVID was. So I got sick prior to getting into the hospital. I had like this high fever, loss of taste, loss of smell. So everything was further complicated. But what I remember about that journey was, you know, I am a psychic medium. I do communicate with people on the other side for a living. This is what I do. But to go there yourself was something interesting. And that's what happened to me. So what happened was we had this surgery. The surgery was supposed to be about 30 minutes long. I was, of course, you know, sedated. And when I came out of it, they told me I was in surgery for 4 hours. And I lost like a ton of blood. Like they were showing me like 4 bags of like blood I lost. So they had me in the ICU, the post-op where I was recovering. And I remember I was in this like room and they had 2 nurses with me. And I just remember when I opened my eyes, I was really, really weak and I was very, very cold. And the nurses, I kept asking for more blankets, and the nurses were, you know, giving me blankets and checking on my vitals and stuff like that. And then they were like beginning to get concerned, you know, they were getting like a little worked up, and they were like, Uma, can you hear me, Uma? And I was like, yeah, I can, but I was like, you know, I'm just really tired. I just am so tired. And I just remember wanting to really close my eyes and go to sleep. And it was so crazy because I'm in this hospital room and then I closed my eyes and immediately I was out of the hospital room and I was somewhere else. And it shook me because I was like, what is this? The best way I could describe where I was is, has anybody ever been to New York, specifically Queens, where they have like the stores and everything, and then above they have the
apartments and stuff?
The trains, you know, the trains run above. Yeah.
The trains, yeah.
Yeah, they have it, and it's outdoors, right? For some reason, whatever reason, I was in like this area that looked like that. There was nobody around, but I could see all the stores and stuff. They were just all closed, and it was like a long track. I can see that there's like a train above me. I'm not hearing anything though, and there was a long like a view. But what I saw was everywhere was dark, but at like about a mile away there was light. You know, there was like light, like a big, beautiful light. And I could see the outlines of like about 50 people. And I remember having the thought, I'm like, I'm dead. I'm not alive anymore. And the first thing that I noticed was it's really quiet. Now, guys, for people who communicate with spirits and stuff like that, we always are like, our minds are always going, we're always hearing things, we're always perceiving things, we're always feeling things. So for somebody like me to be in a space where it's absolutely quiet and you don't have one sound, one thought, one anything, it was like very, very peaceful. And I was like, you know what? I said, now I understand like why people, when they cross over, they don't want to come back. Because you do forget about your children, you do forget about your loved ones because it's so peaceful. And I remember the other thing that really warmed my heart was seeing how many people were at the end of the tunnel waiting for me. Because I know from my experience as a medium that when we pass on, we always have a loved one there to come and collect us. You know, somebody that we trust, somebody that we love. Usually it's like the grandmothers or your parents or your siblings. But for me, I had like 50 people, and I was aware telepathically, I was aware that these were like my clients, because I've had a lot of clients pass, and I've done some like death doula work, you know, and I was aware that they were my family and my friends. And I just had this like feeling of people feeling very, very proud of me and just saying, we celebrate you. We celebrate your life. We just can't wait to meet you. And I was getting ready. I was beginning to walk that path when just out of nowhere, my grandmother appeared in front of me. And my grandmother, I look up to with all my heart, because she's
I got the tingly goosebumps there, you know. Like,
yeah, because she's like a medicine woman, you know. She taught me a lot of what I know, the natural remedies and the medicine and the psychic and stuff, you know. She was the person who really helped me, and she stood in front of me, and she was very loving, and I missed her so much, and it felt so good to be in her presence. And she said, "Baby, it's not your time yet. You still have so much work to do. You still have so many people to uplift and inspire. And it's just not your time." And I felt like this deep sorrow in my soul, because I was just like, I really wanted to be here. Wherever this place was, I just really wanted to be here. It felt so loving, so kind. Everybody there loved me. You know, in real life, especially on streams, we have people that just don't like you because they don't like you, or they got a problem with you. Over there, none of that. Everybody loves you. Everybody's peaceful and kind. And when she said that, it snapped me back into my body. And when I opened my eyes, I'm still in the hospital room, but now there's like 10 people in the room. And there was a doctor violently shaking me, and he was like, "Uma, come back to us, come back to us." And I just was startled. So when I opened my eyes, he calmed down, and the machines were going crazy. And they said that my heart rate dropped below 20 beats a minute. Now, I think your heart rate is like, I don't know, 100 beats a minute or something like that.
80 or something, normal or resting or something like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they were like, my heart rate dropped so low that, you know, they didn't classify me as clinically dead, but I was pretty much there. And all of that I saw and experienced literally only happened in a minute. That
was all 1 minute. So you were
all 1 minute.
You were flatlined for that minute, right?
Yeah. So when they brought me back, they were just like, where'd you go? Like, well, they were confused. I was confused. Everybody was confused, you know. But it was interesting because my ex, he's also a psychic healer like me, and he was in the waiting room. He had no idea any of this was going on. He brought his work laptop. He was working in the waiting room. But at the time that happened, he said, like, when he came in after everything and they told him what happened, he nearly had like a heart attack himself, because he said while he was waiting in the waiting room, he saw me walk out of the room, walk out of the post-op. And he's saying to himself, like, you can't be here. Where are you going? Like, you got to go back in your body, you know, is what he was trying to say. But he said, I just walked out. I just walked out of the hospital. And that was a very moving.
Because he thought you were gone.
Yeah. Because he does communication too. So he thought I was gone. And that's why he was getting worked up, and he had no clue what was going on behind the doors. So that was my heart racing moment. And you know, I used
your heart stopping
moment. But I use shows like these, and I thank you for being a host and inviting me. I use shows like these to remind people your life is so precious. And the things that you worry about, those bills, or not having a partner, or your health, or your weight, or the latest clothes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your life has so much more importance than what you think is stressing you out right now. So today, thanks to Ace and this beautiful show, listen to all our stories and take a moment to just be thankful for your life and the way you have your life. It's truly a blessing.
I love that. Yeah, thank you for that. And I'm a big advocate on bringing positivity to this app. So I appreciate the fact that, like, we've got people like yourself that, you know, can bring a different kind of energy, because I'm all about energy, and I believe in energy. That's what I am. I'm very spiritual myself. And we'll leave it at that for now. That's a whole nother conversation. We can talk another day as we get to know each other. But yeah, so for me, seeing people that are very energy based on the app too, when it comes to things like that, where they can help people find those different connections and all that kind of stuff, like that's definitely my jam. So I mess with it. So please feel free. So thank you for being.
Talk some more for sure.
Right. So thank you for being here, guys. Y'all heard it here. This is Top Badge Uma B. We're gonna call her just Uma is fine, right? We can call you Uma.
Yes.
We're gonna have her back in a couple minutes after we have our next up Lux. So please jump down in the chat. And if I could have my guest, once you're back in the chat, just re-request the box. It just saves me from asking in the future. But Lux, if you can please request the box. Guys, this is Heart Rate episode number 18 with your boy Ace Marsh, myself. We do this every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. This is a featured show, which you will see the featured banner up for this coming week. Next week, I think we are doing a special edition, but we can't really release what we're doing yet. But keep tuned for that. It is every Friday at 4 p.m. after the rundown, guys. We do have a fave party right after this. It starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We run it right till 11. We have 3 live DJs tonight for 2-hour sets back to back to back. So come get your favorites on, come hang out in the box and all of that awesomeness. Before we get our next guest in though, guys, I just want to do a quick shout out to the top 3 gifters. We've got shout out to Deanie Baby, who's one of our awesome guests today, Devoted Father, and Top Badge Uma B, who's also one of our guests today. So now it's time to bring in our next guest, guys. None other than another featured show host, Lux. Hello, Lux.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. Good, thank you.
No problem. Okay, get some tequila in you first. I know we're not allowed to drink alcohol on a featured show, so she's going to pretend like she is, but that was water. Awesome, amazing.
It sure is. I love water.
I love my water. Ooh. Oh, there's another one. Okay, more water. Okay, cheers. Water. Yeah, cheers. We're staying hydrated, guys. Cheers. All right, guys, this is Lux. Lux, why don't you tell us who we are, what we're doing here, when you go live, the whole 9 yards in that sense, and then we'll do plugs for your stuff coming up at the end of the show.
I would love to. Thank you so much. I'm Lux. Hi, everybody. And I've been here for about 2 years now. And I'm here just about every morning. And by every morning, I mean Wednesday to Friday, about 11 to 1 Eastern. We do Wake Up with Lux coffee time, so you can join for that. If you don't find me there, you can certainly find me every Saturday night for my featured show, Tic Tac Trivia. That's at 10 p.m. Eastern. And an hour after that, we do Audience Edition Tic Tac Trivia, a little Lux After Dark. So you can join us, for that as well. And when I'm not doing that, then I'm over here at home with my 3 kids and the dog, keeping busy over here. And that's me. And you know what? I'm excited to be on the show. Like, shout out to the other guests, Deanie and Uma. And I love to follow Uma's light, and not even on purpose. Like, Uma and I end up on shows together, and I just love it. And Lux means light in Latin. So I like to go around the app also spreading that light and positivity. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here, guys. Please hit all 3 of my awesome guests with a favorite. This is Lux right here. You can just click her name, hit that favorite button. We got Top Badge Uma B. You see her down in the chat. And we have Deanie Baby as well. Please hit my amazing admins up on IG, guys, or in the DMs on here if you would like to be on the show. We have Emoji J, Beard Raider, the amazing Pocahontas, Dream Maker, and also Deadshot that are available for helping out in that sense, guys. But if I can see some hearts in the chat, if you guys are in the building, this is Lux. She's about to tell us a story. I have no idea what's going to happen right now. I don't know if it's exciting heart racing or if it's more of an emotional heart racing, but we're going to get it going. Lux, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I, again, was not sure what story to tell, and I didn't decide until I was watching the other guests, because there's, of course, many exciting heart racing times, I think, in our lives. I don't have any that are that close to death, knock on wood. So I'm happy, and those were some tales. But I'll go along like the medical sort of theme, because I think that's where we were today. So I have a story about my son, actually. When he was 10 months old, he had skull reconstruction surgery for craniosynostosis, it's called. And craniosynostosis is the premature fusion of the sutures in the head. So he has metopic. So that means the forehead suture had fused prematurely, resulting in a sort of a cone-shaped forehead. The other sutures, like the other types, can result in different types of misshapen heads. So thankfully our pediatrician noticed, and then we went and saw a specialist, and then we were sent for the surgery. So I think that was like the most heart pumping time of my life, because we were in the hospital for 3 to 5 days. We were supposed to be, so we were in for 3, and the surgery is, I believe, it's like 5 to 8 hours. So then, like, you're just like waiting, right? And of course, when you sign all the things, it always lists that, oh, you know, this might happen and this might happen, and those are the things that swirl it, like in case, you know, death might occur. And you have to remind yourself, okay, they say this for dental surgery too, or whatever. Like you have to.
Yeah, that's just part of the routine.
Right. But when it's your little ones, you know, they say that your kids are like your heart walking around outside of your body, right? So
sure, you have a connection with them, especially a mom,
right.
A mom and a son or a daughter, right? So
yes, right. And your little guy. So he goes. My mom came with me. We send him for the surgery. He's in this little tiny gown. Oh my gosh! And then you hand over, you know, your little guy to these trusted hands. He goes through the doors, and then, you know, there was that moment of like, oh, okay, wait, we can relax, and they have our information, like the number to call, because we have like 5-8 hours or whatever, right? We're not going to hang out in the waiting room, which we didn't. We grabbed some coffee. We hit up a thrift store nearby just to, you know, pass the time. And so we go get coffee. This is one of the most, I think, like heart palpitating moments. And then the phone rings, and it's them like phoning to update us. And we missed the call. So my mom like body checks this guy to get to the bathroom so she can hear on the phone. And we phone them back, but then we can't get through to them. And then we finally get a hold of them. And they were telling us that surgery was going well. We thought they were phoning to be like, oh no, something terrible is happening. But so the surgery did go well. It was good, and he was in great care, and you know, everything was good. One morning, they transferred him, and I was, you know, I just want to say shout out to the Ronald McDonald House and Family Room, because they were absolutely amazing and helpful. And there, I was able to get like a room within the hospital and stay in there for 3 days, like a little, it almost like a little hotel room, had a bed and it had TV. Awesome. And yeah, there's a family room there with like old ladies making baked goods. Like you could sit, they had a pizza night one night. Like it was so like home away from home, which is amazing. And
do they support that?
Right?
Like, do you have to pay for that, or do they support that?
So they supported that. And so if you ever have the opportunity to give to Ronald McDonald House, then you guys should, you know, like if there's that McHappy Day or whatever, or you can even just give, or you can go see how you can donate your time, because it's such an amazing thing for, you know, parents that have to be there and away from their kids.
Wow. Well,
and also with their kids. Yeah.
So the outcome was that your son was fine.
He was fine. He's 5 years old. And so you can still see his zigzag scar, because it was like over top, right? And they kind of opened the forehead, put a dissolving plate. But you would be able to tell if it wasn't for like his, and it looks like the hairdresser did the scar.
Oh, it says kind of like, yeah, that's kind of
cool, 2
right?
zigzags, yeah, like lightning. Yeah. So, and he's good. He's smart. He can read. In kindergarten, he can read already. So, yeah. So it didn't stop. It didn't stop that. So
like that. So
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, obviously, as a mother, you know, that's a tough thing to go through. But it sounds like it all went for the best. The surgery went well. Everything's good. He's healthy today, and you guys got through it. So that's a crazy experience. Have you ever asked him if he remembers any of it, or he knows why? Like, does he remember?
He doesn't. No, he has no recollection.
Young, right?
Right. Yeah, he was 10 months. Yeah, when we got it done. So, and he's had like kind of long hair ever since. So I actually just got a haircut recently that shows the his lightning or whatever. So we kind of talked to him about it, and yeah, he didn't even say anything. Yeah, so could care less.
He's like, yeah, cool, nice.
Yeah,
well, that's
right.
awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, that's a good way to be, anyways. So
right.
He's gonna live with it. You can't control it, right? So it is what it is.
Yes,
I mean, it could have been a lot worse. So,
which is nice, because they make you choose. You're like, you don't have to do the surgery. They're like, you're making a choice, and so it could be cosmetic, but there was a 14% chance that it would affect brain function. So just the fact that you have to make that choice too is stressful, because like, are you making the right choice, right? You can't down the line have them be like, oh, I don't like my head shape, can I get it fixed? Well, you should have done that back, back in the day. So, or does it affect brain function? So, knowing that I made the right choice is also awesome. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, yeah, no, thank you for sharing. I'm blessed to have you guys here. That was a great story. It's all medical based today, so I guess I'll share when I get all three of you back in a little medical story of mine,
right.
Which I've shared on the show before. I don't know story for some reason. I'm all over the place today. I needed more sleep, I think. But anyways.
No worries. Do I get out of here now? Should I close my box?
You're gonna come right back in one second.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, so take your like if you gotta go to the bathroom or something, take your minute right now. So
okay.
go. And then I'm gonna have all three guests. If you guys can all three request the box, you're gonna be coming right back in. This is gonna be the second Ace was born. That we're gonna ignore that comment. Anyways. Guys, we do have a fave for fame party after this with our awesome top badge down here that was born a female. He says, Vinny Vin. He is our first DJ. That starts at 5 p.m. But right now, this is Heart Rate with your hosts, myself, Ace Marsh. It's every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, this is where you come to hear our featured guests tell stories about their near-death experiences, wild, crazy adventures, trips or vacations they've been on with some crazy outcomes or experiences while they were there, or anything that just gets your heart pumping or adrenaline racing. So today we've got our three featured guests. We have Lux, who was just with us in the box. Before that, we had Top Badge Uma B. And before that, we had Deanie Baby. So please hit them all with a favorite. I'm going to ask them to request the box right now, as we are going to move into the second portion of the show. Guys, this is a featured, approved, and will be featured officially show next week. So please be respectful in the comments. No swearing, drinking, or smoking for my guests. And I do see all the gifts and comments, but I cannot acknowledge them throughout the show. So I do see you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you for being here for each and every one of these shows. If you are one of my regulars, I'm very excited to see you guys continuing to come. And if you guys want to be on this show, hit up my amazing admins. Anyone in red in the chat can help you really, but my amazing admins of the show is Emoji J, Beard Vader, Dreammaker, the amazing, beautiful Pocahontas, and Deadshot. So you can also hit myself up in the DMs. Without further ado, we're going to bring in our guests, guys, and this is the scenario based portion of the show. So we need all the people that are in the comments to be activated, because y'all are going to be the guests of the answers that you're going to hear and choose a winner of the show. Okay, so right now we're going to bring in our three guests. We have Top Badge Uma B, we have Lux, and I think our other guest had something else that she had to go run to. I think she was saying Deanie Baby. But if anyone in the chat would like to fill in, we don't need three people, but if someone wants to jump in that I'm aware of so they can be respectful in the comments. Oh, Vinny wants to jump in. Vinny, get in here if you want to. He loves this portion. He's been on here a couple of times. Vinny was my very first guest on this show, so when I started out. So yeah. Anyways, Vinny, you're more than welcome to jump in. But anyways, we're gonna get started. Before we do, why don't we there's been a couple new joiners since you guys have told your stories. Why don't you guys just simply kind of run through who you guys are again, and then we'll actually have this fine young bald lad tell him about himself after you two. Go ahead, Top Badge Uma B.
Hi guys, I'm Top Badge Uma B. I've been a streamer. Hey Vinny, for 3 years on this app. I have a featured show on Mondays at 3 p.m. Eastern called Uma's Lotus Lounge, where I just give you a positive vibes for the week. And I have a different show every night, 8 p.m. I usually stream here on Meet Me. So please feel free to come through 8 p.m. Check out any of my shows. Tonight we have a ladies' night in the Lotus Lounge at 8 p.m. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have games. I'm going to be making a mocktail and a cocktail. So come through and hang out with us as we prepare for Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yes. When is Cinco de Mayo?
Sunday.
Oh,
could you tell him I'm excited? No.
Okay, well, hey, let's go. I'll have to dress up or something. Okay, and Lux, thank you, Uma B.
Yes, hi.
Before you start, Lux, I just want to say, Uma B, if that's your actual name, I'd love that. I don't know if it's your culture.
My name is Uma, and it's the last 3 initials of my last name, so yeah.
Okay, so like Uma, like the name Uma, I don't know. It's fun to say. I'm sorry. I just say.
It is. Thank you. No, it's not my. That's not my actual name. It's my streaming name. And it's a name that I use a lot when I'm like playing a game or something. And I didn't realize actually when I started streaming how significant my stream name would be. And now I love it. And I didn't know that it meant light in Latin actually until I was doing a verses with someone. And then I started with a candle emoji, and then I ended up with the lovely light bulb here. So I know I'm Lux, and I'm called Lux more than my actual name. I even refer to myself as Lux now, which is
I deal with the same thing. I mean, it's weird for me to hear my actual name, which I don't share on here. But yeah, hearing Ace is like, that's my name now. So when someone says my other name, I'm like, I don't even look sometimes, and I'm like, oh my god.
right. I do a name reveal every once in a while, like on a birthday. I told my parents a couple months ago, I was like, call me Ace, and they're like, we're not. We actually gave you this name. We're not taking it away for your online fun games. They're like fun games online. I'm like, it's not fun games. This is my life. They're like whatever. They were like, we're never calling you Ace. But my mom now, she'll come by and she'll be like, hello, Ace. She gets so upset with it. It's too funny. Anyways, who's this lovely, handsome individual down here, guys, that's coming in next? Why don't you introduce yourself? You are also our DJ that's coming up in 20 minutes. So you can introduce yourself for that too.
Hi. I'm new. My name is Vincent. If you can't read, that's so bad. But yeah, as Ace said, I'll be DJing for him in like 20 minutes. I just woke up from a food coma. I had a rough morning, and I just had some more food. I had some pizza and some mozzarella sticks prior to getting in this box.
Oh, I see. Okay, you can. I'm almost done.
Awesome, thank you. So, what can we find on your streams, Vinny? You eating mozzarella sticks or what?
I mean, I sometimes eat on stream because I like to make people feel jealous of the food that I'm eating,
right?
Because, you know, I'm just like a dad bod food practitioner.
Oh,
yeah.
One more time.
I'm a foodie. I'm a foodie. So, normally, I stream in the morning times because, you know, I'm a early morning person. My mornings usually start at 2 a.m. Eastern. And yeah, so I'm ready to do whatever. That's a bonus one, ain't it?
That's a bonus.
I just completed my challenge. Yeah.
I've been looking for that all day.
I got my set. That was my timeline. Let's go. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm a new person. I'm a streamer. If y'all can fade me, I lost about 120 faves since yesterday.
Why?
I lost
They're cleaning up the
300.
app.
They're cleaning out the app?
Look at your phase. I'm sure you lost some.
I lost 300. Yeah.
Oh. I honestly.
Oh. 10K. Now I'm down to like 98, almost 9,700.
Oh, so what are they taking out all the? We'll talk
That's
about
almost
that.
100 for me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, they should do that because there is. I do know that when you. I mean, you know what? Honestly, this isn't. We're already getting featured. We can talk. That's fine. But just kind of. We're recording it, so it is going to go on the YouTube. But I know for a fact when, you know, when you search up your own name or something, when they did, because I'm from POFs initially, and then I came over here.
Yeah.
And so I can search on my name, and there's still 2 accounts. But my old account, you can't click it. It says like error or whatever. But then my real account,
Yeah.
like one of them is a VIP account, one of them is my Top Badge account, and it's like the same account though. Do you know what I'm saying? Because one of them was my POF. So maybe that's what they're doing is getting rid of all those. That's good though.
I didn't have myself favorited though.
Because I had to. No, I'm sorry.
I did. You have to refave yourself.
Yeah, you do.
POF members weren't able to save themselves.
Okay. All right, guys. This is Heart Rate. For everyone that's new in here, this is Heart Rate. This is episode number 18. We have Top Badge Umabi, Top Badge Vinny Vin, and we have the awesome Lux. I am Ace, your host. We do this every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a fave party starting after this where we get some live music. It's more of electronic rap and stuff like that. We have some fun. Get your smoke and your drink on. You're welcome to box up. We keep it, there's our newest Top Badge in the building. Please give a shout out to the newest Top Badge on the app, Queen Gemini, who's been grinding for it for years. She's an amazing individual. So shout out to Queen Gemini. Congratulations. Thank you. You deserve it, Queen Gemini. I know you're amazing. She brings some awesome energy to the app as well. Cracking for Top Badge too. I know she's on her way there. I think Lux, you're probably going for it too. I would assume, lady.
One of these days.
One of these days, guys.
Going for mine.
Congrats again. But yeah, this is the best part of my show, guys. This is where we have some fun. Everyone that's in the chat, if I can get y'all to please run some hearts up in the chat so I know who's here, because you guys are going to be the judges. So y'all got to pay attention, okay? This is the scenario portion of my show where I pull a real life scenario from the internet or the news, and I tell you guys this scenario or situation, okay? This one's a lot different. I think this one's going to be fun today. Now, you guys got to come up with an answer on how you would deal with it, escape it, cope with it. Your answer can be funny, goofy, silly, proper, professional, whatever you want. Please be respectful, obviously. But you are trying to win over the crowd. Not the right answer, not the proper answer, whatever you think is going to win them over, okay? Guess what you win? Absolutely nothing. So that's the whole fun of it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Love winning nothing.
I get a UFO. No.
I want a refund.
Oh,
You get
I'll take
absolutely
it.
nothing. And you can go around and you get the
I'll
clout
take
of
a
saying
UFO.
that you had the best.
I want my
Oh,
EBT
the
back.
I love the roses. Thank you for
Thank
all
you,
the
very
gifts, guys. I thank you for all you people that are showing up in the chat and commenting and being a part of the show and active. It means a lot. I know there's a bunch of featured guests and featured show hosts, pardon me, in the chat right now and in the box. So it's very important to have content on the app to give to people a reason to come and have a show to watch or have something to go do every week. And content is important, especially because if we had no content, we'd have nothing to watch, right? There'd be nothing interesting going on. So appreciate all you guys are part of the feature show program. Okay, without further ado, are you ready for your scenario? You all have the same scenario. Umabi, you're going to be number 1. You're going first. Lux, you're going to be number 2. You're going second. Vinny, you're third. You go last. Now, Vinny might you guys might be like, oh, Vinny's got the upper hand, but not really, because Uma can steal that from him right now and just take it, depending on how her answer goes. All right, y'all ready in the chat to hear this? Okay. So this one is definitely not like the rest of them have been like you're stuck on an airplane and the engine crashes, or you're in the woods and a snake bites it. Like this one, real life city slicker situation. That came out like really bad. Okay. You are shopping at Walmart on Christmas Eve. You are the last minute shopper. So y'all know how busy it gets out there, okay?
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve for your child. While chasing that one special rare toy that every parent is trying to get. The problem is, this is the third Walmart you've gone to. It's closing in 20 minutes. There's supposedly only one left on the shelf. And they had the doors shut because they had to clean up everything from how crazy it was. So they're about to open the doors again for the last 20 minutes to let that last group of shoppers in to go after it. Okay, in Walmart, Christmas Eve, to get that one special toy. I don't know if you guys watched that Christmas movie.
I was like, what movie was that? Yeah.
This is what
Yeah,
that's
we
from.
are
This is basically what
Oh,
that's
man.
from, but this is a real life scenario. This is a real life scenario that's basically like that, but this is what it is. Long story short, they open those doors. You and all these other people are all going for that same present for your kid. What next? What you gonna do to get that present? If my phone crashes, guys, that's horrible, and I'm sorry. Please come back, because my storage just said it's full, and that might crash. So I don't know what's gonna happen there. So if it does, I will sign back in. I don't know. I'm a horrible guest, show host, whatever. We're moving on. It's Friday. Okay?
Case for bed suspension.
Okay, that's got nothing to do with my badge. Okay, this is just my show.
Okay, so I'm gonna start like some sort of mental warfare before the doors open. So while I'm standing there in the front, like I'm talking to people and I'm inching my way closer to the front, and then I'm dropping like little things like, oh my God, do you know there's a 60-inch TV on sale for $199? That's crazy. And then I'll be like, oh, I heard in the food aisle, they're giving away like 5 pounds bag of rice for $2. Isn't that nuts? This is going to be crazy. So I'm just going to be starting it.
You're trying to manipulate. You're manipulating them. You're
Right.
tricking them.
And then the minute that door open, I'm like Usain Bolt. I'm out of there. You understand? I got my sneakers on and I'm running. I am locked and loaded. And if anybody starts to get ahead of me, I can't trip them from behind, but I can pull their hair. I can take their clothes off, so they have to like stop to kind of put clothes back on, exactly. Just start like pulling stuff off. That's what I would do.
You're like throwing bananas on there. Like you got video.
Yeah, like Kraken said, I'm going to start reading tarot cards. Like, oh, do you know that you have death coming up soon in a Walmart? Oh, this might not look good for you. You might want to just stay out of this one,
I'm dead. So she's going to give the tarot readings and kind of like fib everyone out front to think that there's not good things happening. And by the time she's probably done, they're already going to be gone. So she's going to get the only toy that's there.
That part.
All right, Uma. That's a great answer. Lux, what you got? You need to hear it again. Let me know too.
All right, I'm good, and I'm familiar with the movie. Also, to be fair, in the last couple of years, with all the online shopping, it is no longer crazy on a Christmas Eve.
We're going back in time, okay?
All right, let's go. Okay, and action. Okay, so I'm in line. Here we go. And then this woman, she drops her wallet, right? And I see it, and I pick it up for her. And as I'm going through this line, and I'm waiting to get in, I see these opportunities for kindness as I go. Now the doors, they open, and I go running through the crowd, doing my best not to claw and bite and tear and throw clothes off as I go. Just kidding. But when I get there to the piles, they're all gone, and I am sad, for I wanted this toy for my child, and I'm walking sadly back to the line. And then there's a hand on my shoulder. And do you know who it is?
That wallet.
It is the woman whose wallet I handed back to her. And she has 2 of the toys because she had gotten there first. And so she hands me those toys and I buy it. And we have the best Christmas Eve ever. Yeah, Christmas Day morning. Sorry. Yeah, ever.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was interested. I like the answer. With the kill him with kindness, but you're using that trick. So you guys are both using massive manipulation here in different ways. so guys, y'all, I don't know if they're single or not, but if they're looking for a man here, just make sure that y'all know if you get involved there, they can massive manipulate the heck out of y'all, okay? Because they seem pretty damn good here.
Not you twisting my kind answer like that.
I know.
Jeez.
This is for entertainment purposes, guys. We're not saying this is Vinny Vin, you're waiting in line at the Walmart. There's only one toy left. You're waiting for that door to open. It's ready to go. You're about to fight your way through all these all these parents to get your kid this toy. What do you do, man? What's going on? What's running through your head here?
See, with me, I'm not going to be the guy that waits online. I'm going to be the guy that goes through the back door because I know a guy. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go in through the back door, get what I need to get before the crowd stampedes over everybody. So, if you need me, I'll be by the back door. And if you need a little help getting that TV extra, I got a guy that's going to, just happen. Everything ends up on the back of the truck type stuff, So I'm that type of person. Like I scope out the work before I have to, make that dive, because if I know a guy that's got a guy, I'm going to call that guy for a favor, because you got to get, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going through the back door and I'm going to get what I need before, the people of Walmart stampede and you start seeing booty cracks and nipple covers and all the other stuff that pops out, and I don't want to be there.
That's a perfect answer. You sound like you do know a guy.
I mean,
I actually do.
Guys, respectfully, I feel like I really do feel like Vinny Vin, though, secretly works at Walmart on the side, and he is.
Listen, I honestly know a guy that works at Walmart. And
do you get discounts on your eggs and bacon, or what?
I get that employee discount on top of extra things. So
yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys something about Walmart. And then I'll go back to tell you about my medical situation that we were going to talk about before. But before we do that, can we just please have our vote in the chat of who you thought was the best answer? So we have number 1 as Uma, and she gonna mass manipulate them to buy TVs instead. Then we got number 2, which was Lux. She gonna mass manipulate them and kill them with kindness, and then they're gonna give her it at the end. And then we got number 3, Vinny Vin. He's got a guy. He's running at the back door. So make sure you clench those cheeks. Because sorry, never mind. Whoa, that was crazy.
We do use lube around here, okay?
Featured show. I mean, thankfully it's not today. And this one we already got proof. So, or else we would have just lost all chances at it right there. But anyways, guys, welcome to Heart Rate. This is episode number 18 with our 3 awesome guests. Hit them with a favorite. Hit myself with a favorite. Hit everyone in the chat with a favorite, because we're gonna start a fave party. We got our 3 answers. Right now is your time to answer in the chat. If you think Uma has got the best answer, put a 1. If you think Lux is the best answer, put a 2. If you put 3, that is for Vinny Vin. Can we get some answers? Let's go. We got a 2. We got a 1. We got a 3. Okay. Come on. I mean, you can vote. You guys can vote yourselves if you want.
Okay, sure.
Not really. Not you guys being the only ones listening. Man.
I like
Oh,
how we had different
all right.
answers.
We need Kraken. What do you think? I know everyone always gets quiet at this part of the show. It's crazy.
Everybody's a winner of nothing. Yay!
I need one new person. In there.
Woo!
That's why people get quiet. They're like, we actually like the show so much that we just sit in the background and listen to while we're driving and stuff. Okay, make a bet. You just got here. Just choose what you would do in this scenario. If you're shopping, make a bet on Christmas Eve and you're trying to get that one special toy for your kid and you're waiting in line at Walmart for the doors to open. There's only one toy left. Uma said she's going to manipulate them to go buy a TV instead and trick their brain. Lux said she going to pretend to do all these kind things for people. Not pretend, but she going find
Pretending. I'm kind. Why do you keep saying that?
We're getting an answer. Don't worry about it. She's doing something weird and radical to do it, kill him with kindness, and then it's going to come back and they're going to give him whatever. Vinny Vin's going backdoor privileges. He's in the back VIP entrance, taking it gone before you guys even get in. Which one do you think is the best? Make a bet. You're the one. You're the answer. I'm going to shoot them all. You will be. Oh! Okay. So you are officially
Get Uma!
the winner, top badge, Uma B.
UFO. No.
Hey, you never know. Maybe I'll be around later. We'll see. Oh, not the L. We're holding up. That's an L for Lux, right? That's an L for Lux, right? Or no? Is that for Lux or for loser?
Both.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Well,
I had a crown too, depending what happened.
I love it.
That wrapped up our show for today. Let's do a couple plugs, but I appreciate everyone in the chat. Shout out to the top. Oh, Vinny, where did you go? Anyways, shout out to the top 3 of the streams. The only Miss Tawny, who also has an amazing featured show, so check her out as well, please. I'm not sure the exact time in my head, so maybe she can plug it if she's still here. They hit that big bonus. Shout out to Cloud9, the newest top badge on the app. Top badge, Queen Gemini. Those are the top 3 of the stream. I saw everyone else as well. I do see you. I do appreciate you. Can't take the time to shout out all of you because we want to get a couple minutes before our top badge Vinny Vin comes back. He's probably setting up to his other device, which he said he is. But let's get those plugs up going in here. What y'all got coming up? What y'all got going on? Or do you want to talk about your shows or just anything? Or if you want to promote someone else too, feel free.
Absolutely. I'm the CEO of the Lotus Lounge family. So if you see my family, we have the pink lotus flower in front of our name. Tonight I have at 8 p.m. Ladies Night in the Lotus Lounge. Please feel free to come by. We have music, we have games, we have chats. I'm going to be making a special cocktail mocktail that you can have for summer. And then on Monday evenings at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my featured show called Uma's Lotus Lounge. And Ace, I would love to have you as a guest.
Monday when?
Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So what I do is I do tarot card readings for my top 3 gifters. I do positive affirmations. I pick a topic to talk about. Like this last week, we talked about the top 10 habits of emotionally healthy people. So it's just a really good vibe and a great way to start your week. So that's what I got going on.
I would love to be on it. I'm not taking on any shows because I have 2 battle royales this month and I haven't done any since I started. So I'm trying to take a break because I've literally been on 40-something shows on this app in the year I've been on here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I went hard. I'm like, I've succeeded on getting my badge. Now that's not why I was doing it, but I'm like, I need a break right now. So I will be on your show though, starting next month. The end of May, I will start doing shows again. So I'd love to be on your show. I know I've been on Lux's before too. I'd be on her show again too. And I have you guys back when I'm featured too. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I would love to, for sure. And I just want to do a big shout out for Kraken. She has a great paranormal show Sunday nights at 11 p.m. Please check out Kraken in the comments. I've been
on her show actually recently, and we had a blast. It's definitely an awesome show. We have a ton of featured show hosts in here today. Whether you have a featured show, guys, or you're starting a new show and or maybe don't want it to be featured. Maybe you got some toxic dating show or something. I don't know. But y'all make sure you come through and plug it. It's an important part of this community, the featured show program, and just people bringing content to the app. So we all understand how hard it is to run a show every weekend, to continue to bring people in and have interest, especially when it's at the point, as y'all know, because y'all went through it, when you're not featured, to get those views and stuff, it's tough because you don't have that featured spot. and starting your stream, like, you know, it's a whole journey and getting approved and, you know, a system. So I understand the stuff that you guys have gone through. I've now gone through it. So I have mad respect for everyone that's got a show on here. Like I said, so yeah. Uma, thank you for being here. Shout out to you. Feel free to, guys, if you want to come through all night, we got that Fave Party back and forth. I know you got your stuff going on too as well, Uma. So guys, go check her out. Last but not least, Lux.
Oh, hi. Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome.
And I'm Lux. And like I said, you can find me for coffee time Wednesday to Friday, 11 to 1 Eastern. And if you missed that, then do join me for that Tic Tac Trivia. That's my featured show. So that's every Saturday, 10 p.m. Eastern. I have 2 scheduled guests who hop into the box and they take turns answering trivia questions, trying to get 3 X's rows in a row, just like tic-tac-toe. And if they do, they get a shot at the bonus round. So very exciting. If you guys want to be on the show, Emoji J is one of my admin, as well as Velma and Capgirl. So you guys can come on the show. I know Ace has been on the show before. You're welcome to come on back. It's so fun. I know what you mean about doing millions of shows, and I love it. And once you do shows, you're also a show doer. So people will come find you to do shows. So you do more shows, which is great. I remember the last time I asked to do a show, which is great. Like I just, you want to do this one? Do you want to do this one? And I can, I'll do that one. I'll do that one. So yeah, awesome. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, and if you want to be on a show, grab an admin, guys, because Emoji J, Dreammaker, Beard Raider, Pocahontas, all my awesome, admins, I'm sure are some of the same ones that run almost all the shows on the app. So if you grab one of those admins, guys, they can connect you with shows. If you're looking to grow on the app, it's a wicked way to get your name out there, get your favorites. It was the way that I used to network and get my platform's name out there, by being on shows so people could see my energy and want to come to my streams, because they could be like, oh, that guy's cool, let's go check him out, right? And it works, guys, it really does. Now that we're past 5:01, if y'all please can stop recording so we can fuck this day up, because it's motherfucking Friday. Yo, let's go.
Woo!
All right.